Traders, how are you? This is Ben with Vessel Futures Trading. We're back in the market, still on the Nasdaq, still see the Nasdaq going up and up and up and up, exactly as expected. This is a proof of how understanding the story the right way can make you some profit. And you know, we've been around this subject for a while now, for more than a month, and we see how the price behave according to the analyzation we did during the last couple of weeks. And it's just nice surprise and a nice a way to see and validate our trades. And those of you who was following us for the last couple of weeks saw how we shorted the market from the tariff speech. We saw the tariff speech point up to here, we shorted it all the way up to here, and we long it all the way up to here with a couple of phases. Either you're a swing trader, are you a day trader? We get positioned during the day that can make you a fortune. And yes, it can make you it can bring you a financial freedom if you act accordingly. If you look in this like the trading as your business, understanding every business you can lose. Potentially, yes, you can lose. But there's also the potential to get gains, and this is all depends how you manage your risk. Of course, as a disclaimer, like every video, this is not a financial, we're not giving financial advice. This is not substitution for financial advice. You should always consult your financial advisor and whatever you do. So those are just trending ideas. So let's talk about today's trading ideas. Let's start from the weekly interval for us to understand the total trend, and we go down to the day interval, etc., etc., etc. So we covered the last positions from the week, this week. Last week we saw how basically the price was continuing going up, breaking any minor supply on the way, and we concluded it's an option because we decided to see the bigger picture. We saw the weekly interval, we saw how against all odds it's still going up. We're still in an option, therefore we was looking for the long position during the last couple of weeks. On the day profile, we saw that the price landed over here, right here. I'm gonna mark it with a with this arrow. We saw the price landed on the demand pool, the order block demand pool, and flipped in reverse. Over here we saw it reverse. We saw over here there was a 50 minutes supply pool. Over here there was a 50-minute supply pool. We saw how taking a decision the right way, even when you are in a supply zone, and understanding the candle and volume to support you, to see if you can get to a short position as you usually can, and when not to get to a short position, and understanding that if it is not a short position, the only other thing left is long position. How can, even when you are in supply zone, understand how you can long it and not short it? So this is a little bit more progressive. For those of you who took our courses already know. For those of you who never joined and never saw our courses, I'm highly recommending you to go online, purchase those courses. They are very, very, very affordable if you want to get the knowledge, if you want to understand how to trade the markets, if you want to understand why trading even future contract and not like stocks, crypto, whatever other product is. Understanding that you can risk such a low sum of money in order for you to get a big sum, get the idea of what future contract is, and have, if needed, personal mentor to guide you hand by hand, one-on-one, with understanding the market and with your trades. Of course, it's also all of those are available on our website, as well as the free education channel that we have for you on Discord. You should visit it. It's completely free. Join our server. You're gonna see our different trades. Of course, we're covering our position during the day within this channel, and concluding it with reflecting the results of our traders and us. So highly recommend. Again, if you are a new trader, if you never traded before, this channel can also benefit you, but highly recommend, in order for you to understand the markets better way, go and visit our website. See even if future contract is something that you want to trade. See what's the syllabus is all about. If you find it intriguing, if you find it intriguing, get in touch with us either by DM, by email. There is a direct phone number over there as well. You can reach out to us with every question. We're here to help and to guide you through the markets. Now, Let's go back to Nasdaq and understand today's possible position. So right now we're looking on the day interval. We still see it's an uptrend. Why? Because this new highs is being broken. We see on the 4-hour chart or 4-hour interval though, we are now sitting in a minus supply area. Basically, we crossed this supply zone over here. We crossed this supply zone over here. That became now a demand zone. We saw what happened with this supply area. It became a demand zone. And now, there's no surprise, we're sitting on a supply area, which most likely is gonna turn to a demand zone, which we're gonna try to long position it from. Now, I marked this red line over here for us to understand what can happen within the day. So within the day, we're trying to basically, with a 4-hour chart interval, we're trying to mark pools that basically the graph can meet with them today and possibly flip and reverse. And I want to show you how does it look if you are a day trader. If we're gonna go to the 15 minutes interval, we see how does it look. The line that we marked, and how does this parable to a demand zone over here. So we know all in all it's an uptrend, of course we do. And we see within the 15 minutes interval, if we're gonna mark those pools right here, and we see a minus supply areas right here within the day, means that every time that the price will hit those areas, is have a potential to flip and reverse. And we already see it over here, right here. We see how the price basically met this area and flipped and reversed, met it for the second time, flip and reverse, and now potentially it can go downwards all the way to this red line that we see over here, which is parallel to the demand area that we marked over here, flip and reverse. So we only want to see the long position within those positions. Of course, within the day, you have a couple of options to trade it. Either you want a short position at or long position, but we know that this line that we marked, this bouncing line that we mark on a 4 hours interval, which is also parallel to the demand area, means that we have a huge order block over here that the price will want to eventually go down over here and pick up those orders and flip and reverse towards up in order to continue its uptrend towards the major supply area. So first position is, we're gonna even further analyze it, and we're gonna see the night profile. We see the night profile right here, and it's not a surprise. We see how the short, we have a short initial balance and a short tip. That means that the price can expand downwards. And we also see how the price meets the high value area when flip and reverse. I mean, it's up all the way upwards. It's considered unfair high. The price does not want to trade in these areas, therefore it flips and reverse. And now what we're gonna try to look for is the next short position. If we might want to take it, we're gonna take it from here downwards to first stop over here, and possibly all the way down right here to the red line and flip and reverse, or even get into the demand pool over here, the POC, and flip and reverse. So we already had 3 positions going over here just in one shot, and we have to test and observe it, right? So next position will be also possible position. The price, as we can see over here, already touched the low value area, flip and reverse towards the next supply area, which was virgin, was never touched before, and then go downward again. Either meets this high value area, flip and reverse, either meets the PFE, flip and reverse, either meets the low value area, flip and reverse, or going all the way downwards to the red line, flip and reverse, or the POC, flip and reverse and go. There's already 4 positions over here. What do we actually do? So we gave so many positions already, and basically trying to, again, they give you the trending ideas, everybody according to his own risk management. Obviously within those moves we get a couple of thousands of dollars, maybe win a 10 grand, risking a low amount than less than $1,000. Of course we're gonna cover it within the day. So we're gonna basically want to see the price, how will behave in those areas, and then deciding then get into the market with a market position. Of course, if we don't, Our favorite position gonna be a long position for the day, so we're gonna try to station it in the safest area, which is right here, which is the 15 minutes interval demand pool right here, or the blocks, which is parallel to the low value area of the previous night. And then we want to see the reverse potential all the way upwards. So if there is a limit order to position, we'll be positioned over here. If we are in the market, we want to see how the price behaves when we get to those areas. If does it flip and reverse, and does we have supportive volume volume, that we have supportive candles, and then take an action according to your risk management. Of course, I wanna wish you guys successful trading. And of course, I'm gonna see you also in the next market overview. Those of you who did not join our Discord, join the Discord. Those of you who want to trade future, go and learn. Do not just trade future without having experience. Those of you that traded that DM me, if to do this and that, how to do this and that. I'm not giving tips, as you guys know. It's only trending ideas. And as always, my only tip will be, do not get into the market without the knowledge. It can be a very painful lesson. Some of us have to experience this, and it can be you can prevent yourself from a lot of financial damage if you get in the right tools and the right knowledge. Anything beyond it, it's purely gamble. You're not getting to a position within the belief system. We not believe in some stock. We don't believe in some thing that's gonna miraculously gonna happen. We have to learn how to analyze the market, how to read it properly, and only then take an action according to your risk management. Belief system should remain out of the market. Anything beyond pure knowledge and analyzation should be considered a bet. Do not do those things unless you know how to handle your risk properly. Because in the end of the day, a trader is a risk manager, and this is how you basically perform your job. So again, I wish you successful trading, and I'm gonna see you in the next market overview. Thank you for watching.